It is very obvious that, Congress has, come to this particular parliament, the 18th Lok Sabha, with a greater majority than it had, and it has been able to secure the status of leader of opposition for Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and therefore, as a principal opposition of and as a party which is also a national party, it is trying to assert itself and is trying to, take the government to task or put the government in dock, which is the job of the opposition. And a lot of things are being done. Many things are being done outside Parliament also. The momentum of things which are done outside Parliament gets reflected in what happens within the Parliament. So, yes, you are right. Congress is more aggressive than it was during the last 10 years. The thing is, first of all, let me make it very clear that there are less than 5% people in Punjab who, would endorse something like a separate state of Khalistan. Their number was much less, but, after the farmers' strike, that sentiment perhaps has gone up a little bit, but it is certainly not more than 5%. Secondly, the thing is that what Mr. Channi said is not what is being interpreted as, and BJP is trying to give it a twist. What Mr. Channi actually said was that, in Punjab, Amritpal Singh has been elected from Khadoor Sahib and is unable to voice the grievances of people of his constituency in Parliament, and BJP keeps on talking about the emergency which happened 50 years ago. While, this is an undeclared emergency, he has been, slapped with the National Security Act and is in jail in Dibrugarh. And, result is that his voice is not being heard. So the BJP, since Amritpal Singh is considered to be someone who, is a proponent of Khalistan, stated that the Congress is endorsing Khalistan, and Congress was quick to distance itself and said that these were Channi's own views. Secondly, the thing is that you have to understand, Amritpal Singh contested this election to Lok Sabha as per the provisions of the People's Representation Act, and later took oath as a member of Parliament under the provisions of the Constitution and as per the rules and procedures of Parliament. So basically, you have to also look at a broader picture, at a total picture, where he has expressed his, belief in the Indian system as it exists today. So to call him as a Khalistani will not be a very accurate thing. He may have sympathy for, a separate state of Khalistan, but he is right now, wanting to be in the mainstream and voice his opinion, and that is what it has to be viewed as. And when Channi made these comments, Ravneet Singh Bittu, who also belongs to Punjab, who was, Congress member of Parliament in the last Lok Sabha from Ludhiana, now is with the BJP, had lost this time, but is a Minister of State for Railways, questioned Channi, and, there was a heated exchange between them, which is normal for two people of the same state on the either side of the, aisle. To clash on issues is something which is very, very natural and within the, parameters of democracy. So I don't see anything extraordinary in that clash. And Channi is a former Chief Minister of Punjab, and if he has his views, he has expressed them in Parliament, and he has, said that if you suspend a member's right to speech within Parliament, then it amounts to, curbing his human rights, like, BJP has been alleging was done during the emergency. So this is all politics. You have to see it in context of politics rather than in context of what is being said. No, the thing is that this is what the opposition is alleging, that, while BJP has favored Bihar and Andhra Pradesh, it has ignored many states. The Karnataka Chief Minister, for instance, Siddaramaiah ji, said that, Karnataka has got nothing from this budget. Others are all, Mamata Banerjee has been very critical. So, but if you look at it, it's natural. Now, the present government, which is the NDA government, is dependent on support from MPs from both Andhra and Bihar to be in power. So it will naturally do its best. But if you look at it, when it is, making those budget allocations, the BJP is also trying to, send a message that it is willing to do things for people of Andhra Pradesh and Bihar, provided they, support it. So the BJP organization and the party will also be strengthened in these two states. And if the BJP organization gets strengthened in these two states, it will be at the cost of the regional parties which are supporting it now. So there is, politics, and these things happen. Nothing to be, astonished about. The NEET controversy has, grabbed all the headlines, not only in electronic media, but on, print media and in social media as well. There's a big controversy on the ability of the government to conduct an examination which is, fair to the people, to the applicants. And there have been reports of paper leaks and unfair practices which have, agitated, and the matter has gone up to the Supreme Court, and Supreme Court has, given its own view on the subject. And, so it is something, which is in the domain of the people. So, the opposition will score its brownie points and the government will defend. And it is very natural again for the opposition to ask for the resignation of the minister, though he was not the minister when this NEET had taken place. So it is again, as I said, politics. And there's also, coupled with that NEET, there's this controversy on the UPSC functioning also, where a certain probationer from Maharashtra, she's in under the scanner, and her credentials are being questioned. And the UPSC chairperson, who was a non-IAS or a non-bureaucrat or a non-civil servant, has resigned 5 years before his term ended. So these controversies have arisen, which do not reflect very well on the system, which needs to be, streamlined and needs to be improved. That is what Dharmendra Pradhan is also saying, that we will look into it and remove the anomalies. But that is how things stand. And opposition will make its point, and the government will say its own version. The 18th Lok Sabha is seeing opposition in greater strength than it was before in the two earlier Lok Sabhas. And it is more organized. There was a India bloc which was informally, constituted, in which many parties, though they may have contested against each other in some states, were a part of it, and their general common meeting ground was that they were all opposed to the BJP. So they are all there, and there appears to be, at least as of now, quite a good coordination between the various constituents and various alliance partners. And Rahul Gandhi, with the Congress getting 99 seats this time, is now formally the leader of opposition. In other words, as in parliamentary democracy, he's the shadow prime minister. So, he's also, trying to assert himself, and the government on its part knows that it cannot have its way unless it, devises a proper strategy, is, going ahead and doing things according to their plan. So it's a kind of a thing which was expected and anticipated, and things are happening.